Alright, let's talk fear. Let's talk iconic monsters. Let's talk about that smile that haunts your nightmares. Yep, we're diving deep into the terrifying, yet fascinating, world of Pennywise the Dancing Clown from the movie IT. His look is legendary, instantly recognizable, and frankly, absolutely petrifying. But have you ever stopped to wonder, just for a second, what it would actually cost to get that full, movie-quality Pennywise makeover for, say, just one glorious, horrifying day? Prepare yourselves, because the answer might just make you float. First things first, let's dissect the masterpiece. Pennywise isn't just a bit of face paint. We're talking about exaggerated forehead lines that scream ancient evil, those signature massive scars tracing up from his mouth into an unsettling, too wide smile, and don't even get me started on those piercing, malevolent eyes. This isn't your aunt's Halloween clown kit. This is a full-blown facial transformation that requires some serious artistry and even more serious materials. Every detail is crucial to achieving that unsettling blend of whimsical and utterly demonic. So, how do you get those extreme features? You don't just paint them on, folks. You need prosthetics. These are custom sculpted pieces, usually made from silicone or foam latex, that are glued directly onto the actor's face. They literally change the shape and texture of their features. For Pennywise, it's multi-piece magic: forehead, cheekbones, chin, and those infamous smile lines. These aren't off-the-shelf party supplies, they're intricate works of art designed to perfectly fit Bill Skarsgård's face, making the impossible look terrifyingly real. Now, for a single day, you're not paying for the creation of a whole new set of molds and sculptures from scratch. That's a massive upfront cost, easily running into the tens of thousands. But you are paying for the daily cast pieces. Every single application requires fresh, perfectly fitted prosthetics. These aren't reused. So, while the initial mold is done, you're paying for the consumable versions and the painstaking process of getting them ready each time. Think of it as renting a very, very specific, very scary costume piece. Who does this kind of work? Not your friend who's pretty good with eyeliner. We're talking about a highly specialized, unionized, special effects makeup artist. These pros have years, if not decades, of experience in prosthetics, airbrushing, painting, and character design. They're part sculptor, part painter, part mad scientist. Their skill is what separates a cheap Halloween costume from an utterly convincing, terrifying cinematic creation. You're paying for their expertise, their steady hand, and their ability to bring a nightmare to life with precision. These artists don't work for peanuts, and for good reason. Their hourly rates are significant, reflecting their unique skill set and the demand for their talent in Hollywood. For a top-tier special effects artist, you're looking at rates that could make your eyes water more than a contact lens insertion. This isn't minimum wage territory, this is specialized craft, often with tight deadlines and high pressure. So, when you hire one, every tick of the clock is adding up. And trust me, for Pennywise, that clock ticks for quite a while. So, how long does Bill Skarsgård actually have to sit still to become Pennywise? It's not a 5-minute glam session. We're talking about an intensive application process. The prosthetics need to be perfectly applied, blended seamlessly, painted, and then all the fine details added. For a character as complex as Pennywise, the makeup chair becomes a second home for several hours every single day of filming. That's a serious commitment from both the actor and the artist, and every minute is meticulously planned and paid for. Beyond the prosthetics themselves, there's a whole kit full of consumables. Specialized adhesives to make sure those pieces stay on through screams and scares, professional-grade airbrush paints for seamless color transitions, setting powders to keep everything from melting under hot studio lights, and, of course, industrial strength removers to get it all off without ripping off the actor's skin. These aren't cheap drugstore finds, they're high-performance products, often designed for single-use application, and they add up fast, contributing significantly to that daily budget. Let's not forget the accessories. Pennywise's iconic orange red hair isn't just a cheap wig you grab from a party store. It's a custom-made, hand-tied, and meticulously styled piece that likely costs hundreds, if not thousands, of dollars initially. And those teeth? Forget vampire fangs. These are custom-sculpted dental prosthetics, often veneers or full dentures, designed to perfectly fit the actor's mouth and give that unsettling, razor-sharp smile. Again, not cheap. You're paying for bespoke quality that can withstand close-ups and scare the pants off an entire audience. And then there are the eyes. Those terrifying, yellow, sometimes glowing, sometimes misaligned eyes. These aren't just colored contacts you pick up at the mall. Bill Skarsgård wears custom-painted scleral lenses, which cover the entire visible surface of the eye. They're specialized, often hand-painted, and require a skilled technician to create and fit them safely. They're also incredibly expensive, and for a day of wear, you're paying for the rental or single-use aspect, and the time for a professional to insert and remove them. Safety first, terror second. For a look as intricate as Pennywise, a lead special effects artist rarely works alone. They'll often have one or more assistants helping with the prep work, organizing the kit, mixing paints, pre-cutting prosthetics, and sometimes even assisting with the application itself. These assistants are also skilled professionals, albeit with slightly lower hourly rates than the lead. But it's still more labor, more hours, and more money towards that final daily cost. It's a team effort to create true horror, proving that even evil requires good coordination. Beyond just the application time, artists often charge a daily kit fee. This covers the use of their extensive professional equipment, brushes, lighting, and general studio supplies they bring. There's also travel time to and from the set, setup, and breakdown time, all of which are factored into their daily rate or charged separately. You're not just paying for the hours they spend with the brush on the face, you're paying for the entire logistical operation that makes the magic happen. It's not just a job, it's a mobile art studio. Why is Pennywise's makeup so iconic and, by extension, so expensive? It's the nuance. It's the delicate balance of making something overtly clownish subtly monstrous. It's not just scary, it's unsettling. This level of detailed character work requires perfectionists at every stage. The prosthetics have to move with the actor's face, the paint must look like skin, and the overall effect has to suspend disbelief, making you forget you're looking at a person in makeup. That IT factor, that unquantifiable creepiness, is what you're truly investing in. Let's start tallying the damage just for the physical stuff. For the daily prosthetic pieces, the ones that are used and then discarded or heavily refurbished, you're looking at an estimated $100 to $300. Then add in all those fancy, high-performance makeup consumables, adhesives, paints, powders, removers, that's another $200 to $400 easily. For the wig, teeth, and contacts, you're not buying new ones every day, but factoring in their initial cost and daily rental or usage amortization, another $100 to $200 isn't unreasonable. We're already well into the hundreds just for the physical components. Now for the human element, the master artists themselves. If the lead artist is clocking in a solid 5 hours of application time, at say, an average of $150 per hour, that's already $750. Add in a couple of hours for an assistant at $75 an hour, and that's another $150. Don't forget their daily kit fee, which can range from $150 to $300, and potentially some travel time. So, just for the skilled hands and their essential gear, we're looking at a significant chunk of change. This isn't just a job, it's a high-value craft requiring immense talent and time. Just to circle back on those prosthetics, remember the initial investment in sculpting, mold making, and casting the original set? That's a huge, one-time cost that could easily hit $5,000 to $15,000 or even more, depending on the complexity and artist. While you're not paying for that specific cost for a single day, the daily fees for the fresh cast pieces reflect that underlying value. You're effectively paying for the privilege of using a highly refined, pre-existing system. So, it's not a direct one-day expense, but it underpins the cost of the daily pieces. So, instead of paying for a whole new set of master molds and sculptures for your one day of Pennywise glory, you're paying a daily usage fee for the individual, single-use prosthetic pieces derived from those initial molds. This amortization or rental cost for the daily cast prosthetics, including the labor to cast and prepare them, typically ranges from $200 to $500 per day. It ensures the artist can maintain their molds, cover material costs for casting, and factor in the wear and tear of creating those perfect pieces, ensuring consistency across every terrifying take. Alright, let's start adding this up. For one day of Pennywise perfection, you're looking at a pretty penny. Let's take the middle to higher end of our estimates for a truly professional, Hollywood-level transformation. We've got the lead artist's labor, the assistant's labor, that all-important kit fee, the daily cost of those single-use prosthetic pieces, and the bucket load of consumable makeup. We're quickly moving past ouch and into my wallet is crying in terror territory. So, drumroll please. For one glorious, terrifying, perfectly executed day of movie-quality Pennywise makeup, factoring in all the elements, the elite artist, their assistant, the custom daily prosthetics, the high-grade consumables, the wig, teeth, and contacts, amortized, plus the kit and setup fees, you're looking at a grand total that ranges anywhere from $1,500 to $3,500 USD for that single day. Yes, you heard that right. That's more than most people spend on their entire Halloween costume collection for a decade. Suddenly, that red balloon seems a little less friendly, doesn't it? Is it worth it? For a professional film production or a high-end commercial shoot, absolutely. The quality, the consistency, and the sheer impact are undeniable. For your personal Halloween party? Unless you're trying to win the lottery by scaring people into submission, probably not. But it just goes to show the incredible artistry, technical skill, and sheer expense that goes into creating the most iconic monsters we see on screen. It's truly a labor of love, and a very, very expensive one at that. So, there you have it. The breakdown of what it truly costs to become Pennywise the Dancing Clown for just one day. It's a hefty price tag, but it's the cost of creating cinematic magic and nightmares. What do you think? Would you shell out that much to embody pure terror for a day? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more breakdowns of movie magic, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive. Stay creepy, everyone.